Maybe. Honestly, I'd have to hear them. I know Spaceship. Falling's the one that's like switches songs halfway through. Yes, this is Spaceship. Yeah. This one I thought the kick was a tiny bit too loud, maybe.
Yeah.
And this is the one that his vocal was too quiet in the beginning. Just in the beginning, a tiniest bit. Hey, Hill?
Yeah. I started making music at a fairly young age. I was 14. The very first rap that I listened to, my brother showed me, and it was like G-Unit with 50 Cent. And I was like, what the hell is this kind of thing? And I started listening to it, and I really liked it. But then later on, as I started looking up more and more like about hip hop and stuff, I discovered Big L. Once I discovered Big L, I absolutely fell in love with hip hop, and he kind of like pushed me to become a rapper myself. So I started like making music like just by myself at 14, but then I actually started recording, professionally recording when I was 16. So that's about 12 years now. My favorite thing about music is connecting with the people. I absolutely love performing. Performing is my favorite thing in music for sure. Definitely. Performing and actually also music videos. I love doing music videos. Still trapping in the studio. I'm sipping Donn Julio.
Freestyle.
I'm an artist, producer, engineer. Yeah, a little bit of everything. So been producing since like 2016, I guess. And then engineering's only seriously for like a year or two, really.
Way too cold for your degree. Foreign keys, take it easy.
Yeah, push it.
Yeah,
That's it. But less hard. More like floaty in the face and like pushing the stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mercury,
Yeah.
baby,
Yeah. That's the high voice, and at least start with that. You could do doubles if you want, but you don't have to.
I don't consider myself solely in hip hop. Like I make pop music, or like I'll make country rock, like a bit of everything. If I had to choose, I like doing production and artist, and then I hate engineering, personally. I just feel like it's not the creative side that I like. I guess you can do creative engineering and mixing and stuff, but it's just, I'd rather let someone else do that.
I love making music kind of just like based on life experiences. Honestly, I get the most inspiration over heartbreak, and when I get my heart broken, that's when I really like dig deep, and like a lot of stuff will start coming out. So it's like kind of like a domino effect.
Alien, reptilian, a million diamonds shining like the sun.
Yo, Hill, chill like 5 to 10%.
Okay.
In your face, at least.
Okay.
Push, like, don't push so hard. Do like a yawn or two. You know what I mean?
My style of music, I'd say it's very new school hip hop, even though I do have kind of deeper lyrics and lyrics about life and stuff. I'd say it's along the lines of Travis. I love Travis Scott. He's one of my greatest influences. And Nav. Nav is my favorite. Even though Big L is like my favorite hip hop artist of all time, right now, in the last few years, Nav is definitely my biggest inspiration for hip hop.
Usually, when I'm creating beats, start with a melody usually, or some drums. Usually drums, just a little sample, and then make the melody over the drums, and then redo the drums. And for Alien specifically, I was going for spacey sounds, a lot of reverb, quicker paced melodies, and hard drums. So when Hill came to me with the idea of creating Alien, he said he wanted me to make the beats for it, so I was trying to go some like old school Travis style, like some Days Before Rodeo, and I know Hill's really influenced by Nav, So I did a mixture of that kind of little wheezy style.
Not as hard. Yeah, you got it.
A million diamonds shining like the sun. Sicilian, Hillia, he really spun. I shimmy, I'm really gone.
I feel like you could do it better, to be honest.
Okay.
Sing the last line with it.
My favorite beat on Alien, I either like 222 Falling or Carnum. That's my favorite beat just because of the switch ups. And I like doing when the beat switches into another beat or stuff like that, transition, stuff like that. And that beat in particular, 222 Falling, it sounds like a Travis Drake type beat to me. So I like that one, probably my favorite. But I like all the beats on Alien.
My favorite beat, I think it's the same as Nate's actually, is 222. I think that's my favorite beat just because I love the melodies on it. It's fire. Yeah, 222 is definitely my favorite beat. I love the switch up on it because it's like kind of two songs in one. And I love like the transitioning of it.
Young, really spun. Yes, sir.
Sicilian, Sicilian. She wanna have, wanna go, have some fun.
That's
She
it.
wanna suck, she wanna fuck. I hit her all night till she wanna bust. A million diamonds
this
shining
guy.
like the sun. Sicilian.
If I was collabing, especially on this project, that I could bring one artist in or a producer, I'd probably choose Mike Dean. I feel like he'd bring the project to another level, especially with his outros and stuff like that, and would make the project flow a bit better. Little Mike Dean with a pint of lean, you know?
Definitely the deepest song on Alien to me, or like what means the most, is the very first one, which is 222 Falling. I remember I was just getting over a relationship. The music before Alien I was making was all about love and like heartbreak. So Alien was kind of like I'm going into a rocket ship and I'm blasting off, like, you know, into like another chapter of my life. So that's kind of like where my head was at and where Alien was at, making that first song, which kind of like sparked the rest of them.
My favorite song on Alien would probably be Mercury, just because I like it's very poppy to me, and I like the sound of it. Catchy chorus, hard verses, and the beat's really hard too. Me and Hill kind of developed this Alien sound together. It's like it's like a mix between like Travis kind of style and like some harder rapping. If that makes sense.
The hook in Spaceship is like my favorite, honestly. Fly me a space so I keep me a ship. When I land on the moon, then I take me a sip. Rocket to take off, about to take lift. When I roll with my friends out, aliens too. We get nervous just like you. I met Nate Prince probably like 3 or 4 years or so, I'd say. About 4 years ago now. I remember I just like randomly messaged him on Kijiji.
He was posting, looking for artists, producers, engineers to work with, and I sent him some of my stuff, and then we just ended up linking up, created some stuff.
But as soon as he sent me one of his songs, I remember I like listened to it for like 10 seconds, and I was like, I gotta link up with this guy because he kind of just sounded like what I like was going for.
Hill was he called me before to see if I smoked. He was nervous, and he brought some drink over, a little Henny OJ.
So I linked up with him, and I remember I was super nervous.
I can't remember the song we made. Fuck, what was it?
I went up to his house, and then he's like, oh yeah, like, I'll bring you to the studio. And it was like in a forest almost. It was like really trippy. It's like this little like shack, and he brought me into there. It was just like a cool little like setup kind of thing. We made this song. At the time, it was really good. what we thought was really good.
We made one good track, especially for the time being. We made one banger, and then just started to link up more frequently and built our rapport together, and finally kind of got on the page where we don't really miss, I would say.
After that, we pretty much just started linking up like once or twice a week and started developing our sounds together. And now it is all the way up to what we have today, which is the making of Alien.
Those really helped elevate my sound as well too. Back then I was making beats and stuff like that, but it just like the quality wasn't there, and I feel like working with another artist and someone to push you can help really help improve your sound and stuff like that.
Smoking, yeah, stoner, rolling up marijuana, pulling up fast in the streets with my Jesus soldiers. I'ma get the cash, riding deep in a supernova.
Fire.
I like that too.
That was really good.
Thanks.
You could do it again, in my opinion, because I think you can do it a tiny bit better, but that was like 98%. You know what I mean?
I guess
There's a couple parts where you start to like get a little breathy.
Me and Donn have been working together for a few years now, and we've kind of always had like this like inside joke with each other that I'm Carnage and he's Venom. I know I wanted one feature on Alien, I just didn't know who really, and me and Donn were just talking one day, and it kind of just came about of the idea of mixing, like, what would Venom and Carnage's name be? Me and Donn actually thought of that idea. Yeah. Like, we were like trying to come up with like a good name if like Carnage and Venom were mixed together, and like it kind of just developed. And I know Donn like had the final like.
We were
like,
gonna call it symbiote at one point, remember?
Yeah.
We talked about that.
But then you were like Carnum. Like I was like,
Use the two.
I said something, and then you were like
symbiote.
Carnum, and like I was like, bro, that's it right there.
I thought that's what that was.
The symbiote's
You
like...
were the symbiote.
You wish. No, I am.
Dang.
We just ended up with Carnum, and it worked.
Part like in the
Sus
middle,
was a person.
you can relax a tiny bit, and I think it'll be better. But like the rest was perfect. Like your voice sounds good, everything. I think you just could catch that shit better.
All black like I'm Venom. Prince on the beat, I get 'em. Ain't shit you could tell 'em. Loud pack, you can smell 'em. I am not smoking too often. Killing that pussy, she gon' need a cough. And I am a stunner like Vegas, but cold like I'm Austin. Haters get off 'em. Whip just like Peter Park. And now all these labels they wanna throw off. It's turning exec, I'm fucking his daughter. Let me go again, sorry.
Yeah.
That sounded good though.
We were trying to find a new studio to work at that was local, nearby, and we were supposed to go meet up with this engineer. The engineer we were supposed to meet wasn't able to make it, so they got another one, and that's how we met Bvchmusic, and we just ended up going together. He recorded us, and boom.
Or do stabs on the chorus, or just do it like a higher double or a lower double.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bvch? On the hook.
Which one's the hook? This?
The very beginning part.
Oh, this
You're gonna double that after the verse. Yeah.
Baby,
Please. Yeah, do those stabs at the end. The please.
baby, please. Wait.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, do that.
I love what Bvch like did with the songs. It kind of like me and Nate wanted something different. We just didn't know like what it was, but we offered Bvch kind of like the gig to mix and master Alien. He brought a lot to the table. he has like a different set of ears, so we were just playing around with it a lot, and Bvch kind of I'd say he brought it like kind of to the next level and made it as cohesive as it is now.
So working with Hills taught me a lot about working with different artists. I would say artists like feedback, but you gotta deliver it in the right way. And just know that you're trying to get the best song made at the end of the day. And don't worry about feelings too much, you know? You gotta just say your opinion. If the artist agrees, they'll go with it. If not, then just let them go their own way, but try and help them out the best and give them a honest opinion of what you hear and stuff like that. When you're given feedback, you can be anything from melodies to lyrics to flows and just overall sound sections of the song. What part could be the chorus, what part, especially if you're producing the record, you're able to switch up parts and do different things to make certain parts sound better, and just work with the artist to find the best sound. As a producer, you want to really learn as much as you can. At the beginning, choose a good DAW that's easy to find tutorials on, maybe like FL Studio or Ableton or something like that, and then just try and go and meet other producers. And I feel like networking is key, definitely. So network, meet artists, meet producers. It'll help you get a lot better quickly.
No.
If you don't want to, then he doesn't want to. Like whatever
Yeah.
Kelly wants. Do you want it? You want it off, right? You don't like it on. Yeah, keep it off for him. Keep it off for him.
What helps me a lot is actually recording, because it's a lot different when you're just like sitting in your room writing a song and spitting it out loud. But then once you actually go somewhere to record and hear yourself, I think that is like one of the biggest things that you can do to improve your sound is have like your own feedback, because then you can like kind of like take things out and put things in. I don't really have anything going through my head when I record, because I'm just like I usually am just so in the moment that I'm just like thinking about like I'm usually just thinking about, oh shit, like did I do that right, or like what can I do to be better, or like is my voice proper, or I'm just like pretty much overthinking everything. The greatest advice actually that I've ever gotten myself would be this. So if music is what you want to do, and if you really want to do it, you gotta you gotta think of music as like the beast or like the monster behind you. So in order to grow and to make that beast what you want it to become and make that beast bigger, you've got to feed it. So my biggest advice is to do what you can, work, hustle, grind, do whatever you gotta do to be able to have the funds and the money to put that back into music. So you gotta feed your beast. That's probably my best advice for young artists. Is like, you gotta have a balance. You can't just expect to have to make it in music without having any other like means to end. Like you gotta have 1, 2, 3 things going at all times, and then you can put that money back into your music.
My favorite project that I've done so far? I like every project I do by the end when it's finished. So it's hard to say. As an artist myself though, I'd say it's probably my last project just because I like listening to myself. I really like this Alien project though. It's a really solid, cohesive body of work, you know?
I'm the most excited about this project for people to hear it because it's a lot different than my regular music. I just want people to listen to Alien and to kind of get like a different look on hip hop. That it's not all about like, you know, fucking bitches and foreign whips and gold chains and everything. It's more like stuff that you can think about and like psychedelic stuff and things about life. Alien is like, okay, Alien is the biggest thing that I'm going to be dropping up to date. But that being said, I have so many ideas and like so many things that I want to do still in my career. So I feel like almost like this is like the beginning of like a new chapter in my music career.
Can we get a left and a right one too?
Yeah.
So am I going high or low?
And that's how you get it done.
Whatever you want.